everybody, Steve here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the newest edition of Replay Basketball from Replay Games. Now, this is a game that I've previously reviewed, and I've done an Under the Hood series so you can see a full game. So this is just going to be a quick overview of what comes in the new 2015 version of the game with its updated components. Now, of course, the first thing to point out is that this is not a new version of the game. It's basically an update of the game components. So all of the previous seasons that you own will still be able to use them with this version of the game. But what it does come with is some really beautiful game components, and definitely it shrinks the footprint of this game dramatically. So first, let's just take a quick look at what the old version of the game looked like. And now let's take a look and see what we have with the new 2015 edition of Replay Basketball. Okay, so here's a good overview of what the game is going to look like when it's set up. Now, when you purchase the game, if you purchase it by itself, you'll receive the last 8 playoff teams from the most recent season. So that's what I'm showcasing here. We have the 2013-14 Miami and San Antonio teams on the court. And so you'll see that the board itself is much smaller, and it has the positions laid out in a little different manner, but now they match how they're laid out on the team cards. So that definitely allows for a quicker setup when you're beginning the game. It also cuts down on the amount of extra tables and charts that are referenced on the game board. It just has the effects of fatigue and then cold and hot shooters. And instead, all that information that was on the game board is now on this really fantastic stand-up board that you'll just put in front of you. And so now you have a quick overview of all the card results, the rest charts, and then on the left-hand side, we'll have the fast break results, and then on the right-hand side is the rebounds on block shots. And then if you fold in the left tab, it'll have the results for a full court press. And then if you fold in the right one, it'll have the injury results table. And that's really great because you're not going to always need those charts, but when you do, it's nice to be able to just flip them really quick to get those results. Next, we'll take a look at the clock. And this one, it's a single-sided board as opposed to the previous version, which had some of the pre-game charts on the other side. Then this is the no dice version of the game. So it comes with the fast action cards, and these cards have been updated since the last version. You'll see they're in a little smaller font, little cleaner to look to them, and they also add a new twist to some of the possession results, and they'll have either 1 or 2 stars after the position. And this is something right now it's available to download on the Replay Games site, but basically what it does is teams that run a slower pace, when this comes up, instead of running that possession, you'll just simply consider it a pass. So that's one of the new additions for the fast action card deck. And then it also comes with these timing cards, so if that's the way you prefer to keep time instead of using the clock, you can simply insert these into the deck and count the time that way. Next, we'll take a look at the booklets that come with the game. So first you get a introductory sheet that tells you how to read the player cards and welcomes you to the game. This also tells you everything that comes in the game box. And then the game booklet, it looks pretty much the same from the old version, but of course the biggest difference is that it's now bound in this clip instead of just being stapled like the old version was. And that's 8 pages long. And then the last book is the rare play charts, the pregame charts, and the endgame charts. And they are all right in the same booklet. And now this has the pregame charts in here. These are all the same as the previous version, except you'll notice on the fast break charts that now some of the boxes have two colors in them. And so this adds a new twist to the game, and that some teams will be better at home on the fast break, and so you'll use the color in the bottom corner. So for instance, if a team would end up in this box, when they're on the road, they would be a yellow fast break team, and when they're at home, they would be green. The nice thing about this game booklet is that it's a nice spiral bound, and it's definitely going to stay together a lot better than the previous chart did, so you're not worried about those last couple pages falling out. I do want to take a minute to show you the game box. So this is what's going to come. Both the Replay Basketball and Replay Baseball will now come in this. And one of the nice things is that it is printed on 2/3 recycled content, and it's 100% recyclable. So I'm a big recycling fan, so I was glad to see that. But so it's a nice flip-top box, and you'll have plenty of room inside there to store all of your game components and easily 2 different seasons of cards in there. And then these papers in here, these specifically come with the no dice version of the game and tell you how to read the fast action cards, and then the 2 different methods for timing the game, either using the game clock or inserting those clock cards into the deck itself. And then the last thing we'll look at here is the score sheet, and this score sheet is the same score sheet that Replay has had out for a while, but one nice thing is they give you 1 copy on a thicker card stock, and so this is something you could use to make photocopies of, and then you have 5 copies on regular paper, so you can get to gaming right away with those score sheets. Okay, so there's a quick look at the 2015 edition of Replay Basketball. As you can see, the components really look fantastic, and it's nice to see the game continuing to evolve. It's still one of my favorite basketball games to get out on the tabletop, and I look forward to the new seasons coming out every year, and even more so now with this new edition. The stand-up chart is really fantastic, and I love now how small a footprint this game takes on the table, and so it's much easier to keep score. You now have room for your score sheet right beside the game board, and so you spend less time fiddling with everything and more time gaming. I think that everybody is going to really enjoy this new version. If you've been playing this for a long time and your fact cards are as beat up as mine were and are now a few shades of dark yellow instead of the white, it's definitely going to be a nice addition to your tabletop to get some nice bright new shiny components out there. And if you're somebody that's never played Replay Basketball, well then this is an absolutely fantastic time to jump in and pick up this newest version of the game. So there is nothing dramatic in the new rules. The biggest change, of course, being the team pace ratings. And as I said, there's a sheet on the Replay site that you can download that will list all of the past seasons for teams that would get those ratings. And I found that really works fantastic, so that when you have teams that tended to stall more and not get as many shots off the deck, the fast action cards, they seamlessly add that to the game. It's not adding any level of difficulty to the game, and once you get used to it, it just flows through, and another great addition to the game. Alright everybody, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time after further review.